Hey, Shalom. I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, salutation, and blessings to the elect who firmly believe in Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. It's the book of Psalm, chapter 37. I'm going to start at verse 1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. And that's something that could tend to happen because, here it is. We serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. We giving it all we got. Yet we see people out there, smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, being adulterers and committing murders and talking about murders, talking about everything unrighteous, but it looks as if they're being blessed. They're the ones with the comfortable living, so to speak, right? So we ought not to envy ourselves against the workers of iniquity. It says, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb, because ultimately judgment is coming. Jacob's trouble is coming. We're approaching a time that's going to be devastating, right? And they're going to get caught alongside with it, right? This is trusting in Yahweh and do good. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. And that's why the scriptures are the comforter, because we have to trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and do good, right? So shalt thou dwell in the land, verily thou shalt be fed. So the Lord's going to take care of brothers. We're not going to be in this position of difficulty forever. We're not going to be getting that short end of the stick forever. The Lord's going to have mercy upon brothers, and a few sisters who, cleave unto the brothers. It says, delight thyself also in Yahweh, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. That's right. So we got to delight ourselves in the Lord. We got to have faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And he's going to bless us with our desires. The Lord said, for I've been old and I've been young, and I've never seen the righteous forsaken nor his seed begging for bread. So the Lord's going to take care of his men. He'll be on this side and most definitely in the kingdom of heaven. It says, commit thy way unto Yahweh. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. And it shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in Yahweh and patiently wait for him. That's right. How do we rest in the Lord? By giving diligence to make our calling and election sure. By being avid in this holy scriptures. By being balanced, by being temperament. Right? And we got to patiently wait for him. It says, fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. That's right. So we can't worry about those who come off as they're fortunate, who comes off as wealthy, who comes off as rich. We can't fret. We can't worry. Our time is coming. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon Yahweh, they shall inherit the earth. And that's what keeps us in pocket. That's what keeps us on the straight and narrow. Having an understanding that evildoers are going to be cut off. The Lord is going to get rid of the 2/3, man. We have to understand that. It says they shall inherit, but it says, but those that wait upon Yahweh, they shall inherit the earth. That's the meek. That's the elect. It says, for yet a little while, and the Lord said that he shall beautify the meek with his salvation. It says, for yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Beginning with Edom, the so-called white man. It says, for yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yet thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, but he seeth that his day is coming. We see the days coming because of what the prophecies. The mark of the beast is getting spoken upon in the mainstream media. We see all of these countries coming together, attempting to create a currency to go against the U.S. dollar, the American dollar. So we see that his day is coming. It says, the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Who's the only ones in upright conversation? The prophets. Why? Because we're telling you the truth of the Holy Scriptures. So their attempt is going to be to what? Slay us, to cast us down. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bow shall be broken. That's right. So what the intentions that they have upon us is going to fall upon themselves. That's why we have confidence. That's part of the reason why we have confidence and why we don't fear this devil. It says, a little that a righteous man have is better than the riches of many wicked. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but Yahweh upholdeth the righteous. That's right. The Lord's going to uphold the righteous every time. And what's going to classify us as being righteous? The works in which we do. The works in which we do through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. That's what deems us to be righteous. Right? Let's get Sirach, or the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12. Let me see. Let's start about 7. Let's get Sirach, chapter 12, verse... let's get Sirach chapter 12, verse 1. It says, when thou wilt do good, know to whom thou doest well, to whom thou doest it, so shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits. Do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find a recompense, and if not from him, yet from the Most High. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms. So going back to the point, resting in the Lord, resting in the Lord, and eventually we'll be rewarded, and essentially fret not against him who prosperous in his evil ways. Essentially, there's no good that is going to come to him who's always occupied in evil, because the Lord still got their number. Destruction is still going to fall at their side, right? Nor to him that giveth no alms. So that's why it's important to give alms as well. It says, give to the godly man and help not a sinner. Do well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly. That's right. We help out those, who are godly, who are in the same like mind as us. It says, hold back thy bread and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster thee thereby. For else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good thou shalt have done unto him. For the Most High hateth sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keep them against the mighty day of their punishment. So the Lord is handing out reservations as well. He's handing out reservations for those who are ungodly, for those who are evil, for those who are wicked. The time is going to come to where, it looks like they're living it up, but the Lord has their number. The Lord is going to bring forth that destruction. The Lord is going to bring forth that judgment. It just has to happen. It's going to happen. That's why the scriptures say, follow not a multitude. In fact, I'm going to get it right after this. It says, give unto the good and help not the sinner. A friend cannot be known in prosperity, and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity. Everyone shows their true colors, right? In the prosperity of a man, enemies will be grieved, but in his adversity, even a friend will depart. Read that again. In the prosperity of a man, enemies will be grieved. That's right, because they hate to see their enemy doing well. But in his adversity, even a friend will depart, because everybody's only with you when it's all good. When it's all good, it's easy to attach yourself to somebody. Hey, Job's wife was a prime example. Things got a little rough. She was ready to hit the back door, So that goes to show, man, tests got to constantly be handed out, when dealing with your woman, when dealing with your friends. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. That's right. That's right. You got to be careful of this devil. As though he humble himself and go crouch and take good heed and beware of him. Because at that point, he's plotting. He's giving you gifts. He's giving you compliments. He's handing out invitations. The objective is to overtake you. And thou shalt be unto him as thou hast wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rest hath not been altogether wiped away, because he's going to end up showing his true intentions underneath that mask. It says, set him not by thee, meaning what? Don't do business with him. Don't sit close to him. Least when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. That's right. He's not going to tarry. He's not going to tarry. Why? Because he no longer needs you. He can no longer utilize you. So he's not going to wait for that storm to end for you to come up again. That's why the Lord is putting us through hell. That's why we have to go through Jacob's trouble. The Lord wants to see if we're going to tarry. The Lord wants to see if we're worthy of receiving the kingdom. It says, for a while he will abide with thee, but if thou will begin to fall, he will not tarry. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. That's why you got to beware of those flattering titles. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. And it's right. It's like somebody who stole your jewelry, but is helping you look for it. Motherfucker, you was the one who stole my jewelry. You know what I mean? That's how it is, man. It is. He's the culprit. Yet he's he's helping you in your times of devastation. You're the reason why.